Hi, teacher Claudia. This is Nicole and Anna from English 6 at Javeriana. For our ecological urbanism project, we choose is Lagos de Torca, a large plant development in the north of Bogota. The interesting part is that instead of paving over a wetland, the whole city is being built around it. Um, the Lagos de Torca will be construction is around to than more than 1,800 hectares. It will have around 1,3,500 homes and 4,300 people to receive clean water. Before before the project, northern Bogota was under a lot of pressure because the Torca Guaymaral wetland was being degraded by unplanned growth. So biodiversity was disappearing. For this example is because when built the Autopista Norte divide the wetland. So that's situation. This situation have a lot of damage. At the same time, there wasn't enough affordable housing. Traffic kept getting worse because the city was car dependent, and basic services like water and drainage were stretched to the limit. And the key point is that these problems are connected. You can't really fix housing without also dealing with water, mobility, and nature at the same time. That's the whole argument for plant growth instead of letting the city sprawl. So, how is it organized? The whole project is divided into 34 partial plans across the 1,803 hectares. A partial plan is actually a real urban planning tool in Colombia. It lets you agree the rules for public space, infrastructure, and density up front for a big area instead of building lot by a lot. You can see it here in area view. The magenta line is the project perimeter, and instead it the housing it woman around the recovered wetland, and the water corridors is the blue line. Not on top of them, the city calls this La Nueva Bogotá. And for us, the main idea is simple. This is growth that is organized to improvise it, not improvise it.
In practice, the ecological part shows up in concrete things. They are planning about 110,000 trees, recovering 9 streams, building 170 hectare of metropolitan park. That's bigger than like the Simon Bolivar, and laying around 151 kilometers of utility pipeline, and the design works on three fronts at the same time. First, nature by restoring the wetland. This photo on the left shows what it looks like today. The water through sustainably urban drainage, and this cross section render um, shows how rainwater is filtered naturally instead of being rushed into pipes. And like people with public space, cycling, and mixed land use, so the neighborhood works without a car. The project connects to three unsustainability the development goals. The clearest one is goal 11, the sustainability cities. Mm, and that's really the heart of it: housing, public space, mobility, and restoration, like all together. The goal 12, responsible consumption, show up through efficient public services and smarter use of water and land. And the goal 2, zero hunger, is the less obvious one, but by protecting the wetlands and the water systems, you are protecting the natural base that food and water security depends on. So it's not just about buildings, it's about the whole ecosystem the city sits on. We also want to give a balanced view on the positive side, the gains are real. Protection of the wetland and biodiversity, more green and public space, better water management, housing that includes social housing. By law, at least the 40% has to be BIRs or VIP, and a model that other Colombian cities could copy, but we should stay critical. It is, after all, a huge urban explanation, uh, expansion, so it has to be watched carefully. The restoration should be measured and verified, not just assumed because it's like promise. Communities need a real voice, not constellation on paper, and the wetland needs long-term monitoring. So we are like optimist. Um, yeah, we're optimistic, but a project with like with this big should be judged by results, not just promises. To wrap up, what makes Lagos de Torca matter is that it's a real example of a city like growing with nature instead of against it. A degraded wetland becomes the backbone of a greener and more inclusive neighborhood.